Thank you very much, David. Sud-Ouest, the match of Friday was quite consuming. Was it easy to go back to a routine of preparation for a match against Uruguay? Yes, because we started again quite quickly. We are in our process after match. We have a recovery day, and afterwards we now analyze this first fixture against New Zealand. And this is the charm of this competition. So we cannot allow ourselves to contemplate, to stop and to look at what happened, but everything really pushes us to project ourselves towards the second match. So, of course, the match against Uruguay is quite close to this opening match. So, of course, it's not only an analysis, but it's as well our state of spirit. We mobilized ourselves quite quickly. Hello, Exemir Europa. Contrary to other sports, it seems that in rugby at the international level, when there is quite a difference in the level between teams, so it's reflected when we look at the scores. So the question is not what is going to be the gap, or are you going to win? So can you answer, please? So of course, this is not the first question that we think about when we prepare the match. We elaborated the same way as we did with the match against New Zealand. Of course, on paper, this gap is present. Yes. But our team is going to be in competition the same way. It's going to act, the same way as it did 6 days ago. And the objective here is to show a good image, a beautiful image. And of course, we have a lot to lose if we look at our opponents from above. And of course, we're going to be doing the same thing we do ahead of any match. Arthur. You lived the preparation of the match last week against the Blacks, so you entered into the game, and you're going again today. So, do you think? Are you feeling less pressure? Are you lighter? Let's say, has a weight been lifted from your chest? No, of course. As Pierre has mentioned, we prepare all of the matches the same way, and it's been 4 years. We want to win, or at least to leave the least opportunity to our opponents. And it was very important for us to enter to competition all while winning. So we were satisfied, of course. But we are going to be playing the matches one after the other, and we are going to be managing them the same way. Didier Pierre from TF1. Arthur, Pierre, I think that the staff has shown you a few days ago a movie that retraces the story of the Uruguayan team and the flight that crashed. So did you know about this? And how did you feel about it? We watched it yesterday, and it was a very tragic event that marked the story of this nation and of this rugby team. And we know that the center's grandfather was on that plane at this quite tragic moment, and for him it's quite particular, of course. For us, this is their story. And it's something sacred for them. I don't think that they base their matches upon it, but we respect it, of course. Yes, it's part of their history. It's very important always to know your opponent, to know their story, their history. And as Pierre has mentioned, this is an additional element that we were informed of. Yes. On the right and after, and the back. Sud-Ouest. A question for Pierre. So in 2019, you didn't participate in the World Cup, but currently you are. It's your first match for the Rugby World Cup. So what are you feeling? How are you feeling? And you're going to be able to play even more. So, yes. Individually, personally, I'm quite happy to be able to take part in this competition. As you have mentioned it, 4 years ago, I was injured, unfortunately, and I could not play. And unfortunately for Julien, he has been injured, but yes, it's going to give me a bit of time to play, yes. But I'm not feeling pressured. My objective is to take the place of Julien the best way I can. And of course we have a gap because Julien is not with us, and I'm going to try to compensate his absence. I'm going to try to do my best and offer the maximum to the team. Spanish? Andres, I'm from Uruguay. Hello. What is the kind of match that you think this team is going to develop against you? So a lot of energy, of course, at the start of the match. I think that they have already mentioned that. And we're waiting for this. We are waiting for a big match. We're waiting for a big battle, a lot of energy, and it's very important for us to be present, to face this, and we're waiting for that, of course. Hello? Canal Plus? Raphaël? So you returned to a 6-2 and not to a 5-3. Why did you use this formation, a 6-2? Can you explain this to us? So we think that we are currently in balance between 6-2 and 5-3. It's related to the state of everyone. These are decisions that we take, of course, with a lot of thoughts among the staff. So currently we have chosen a 6-2 because it's very important to take into account the intensity of the match that we played against New Zealand. So the front row, the logs could be interchanged, for example. These are the options that we have been able to retain, and we hope that it's going to be efficient. What seems essential to us is that Uruguay is going to enter the competition, but for us, we're going to have 8 players that are going to enter the competition out of 23. So this is going to be a source of collective motivation for everyone. Julien Fautra for RTL. Raphaël. We know the Uruguay better in football. We don't know it quite well in rugby. So what are you waiting to find in front of you on the field tomorrow? So my response is quite similar to Arthur's. These are very courageous players. These are players that are going to give everything for their jersey. They're going to be quite strong, and this is a team that has a lot of collective experience because the majority of the players that are part of this team have been part of the 2019 Cup, so we can imagine this force that we are going to be facing, and we can't wait to face apologies this new channel. So hello. We have spoken a lot about the anthems. So what is going to? You have the choice. What is going to be happening? Apologies for the Marseillaise with the Marseillaise tomorrow. Yes, we are working on that, and we have validated already a version that preserves the children's voices. So this is what we are waiting for tomorrow, and it's a recorded version. So it's been quite some time. I think you have seen all of the news. And rugby needs to have options, and we have been able to receive these options, and this is the one that we retained. Hello, Raphaël. Coudray du Figaro, Arnaud. So, are you afraid of the welcome that Bastien Chaleroux might be facing tomorrow? So, I think that we have spoken about this last week. Bastien is prepared as a professional player, as an integral part of this group. So I do not have any particular doubts. We are not even thinking about that. What's important is of him being at his full potential with all of his teammates, and his motivation is quite robust in order to answer to the team, and in order to exceed the expectations. Spanish, please. A question to any of you three. The Uruguayan players and coaches and not only from Uruguay, but the regions wanted to play more matches against big teams such as France. So during the last years, Uruguay was only able to play against one big team, Italy. So we wanted to play with these opponents in order to become stronger. So this is a very important opportunity. So for you, what's your take on this? Facing teams that are smaller, let's say, for them to gain experience. Yes, it's a very delicate subject for the players, because they are concentrating on the game, on the opposition. So I think this is a subject of general politics. We're certain that the Uruguayan team is present in the International Council. It's present in the America's Cup, and they were winners. So this is the collective experience that we have mentioned. And I'm going to stop here. Thank you. Hello, David, Agence France Presse. A question to Pierre. Anthony is captain tomorrow, so have you spoken to him about that? What are you waiting for from him? So no, we have not personally spoken together. He was a captain when we were in Australia playing the International Cup. He wasn't captain, however, he had a very important role in the team. And I think that with time, with experience, he has mastered this role, and he's going to be doing his maximum tomorrow, and he's going to lead us towards our best match and towards victory. So, two final questions here, and then you. Hello, Gregory. I wanted to know what this selection represents to you, especially after the pathway that you had to take, especially after the injuries that you sustained. Yes, I'm very happy. But personally, I'm trying to put everything aside, because Pierre has mentioned it before. The most important is the team, and I'm nonobstant the role that I'm going to have, I'm going to be giving my best for the team. So this is our state of mind. I'm really happy, of course, but I'm sure that everything's going to be fine. Hello, Philippe Lafont, France Télévisions. So it's good. We have a center and a hook, or hooker, apologies. So what are the weaknesses and the strengths that you have been able to identify? So as Rafael has mentioned, it's going to be a very strong team that is going to focus on the attack, on the scrum, on the touch. So we have a lot. We worked on that, of course, and afterwards we saw that the team has a lot of individual qualities, and as Rafael has mentioned, they have a lot of strength. So a lot of the players have played before. So of course we're not underestimating this match because of course, we are not announcing that our opponents are going to lose. No, this is not it. And we just want to show that a lot of good things are coming. Yes, I agree. What we want to do is have a really big match collectively. This is quite important for us. On our basics, we need to have the strategic aspect and collectively we want to be playing because this is the most important part, and we know that the most important part for us is the basis for us is to be on the field collectively, to play together, and we're going to go back to basics, of course, the same that we have looked at this week. And thank you very much. This is the end of this press conference. Thank you.